What people often do is say, oh, we do a lot of simulation instead. Simulation is way cheaper than road testing. It's really scalable. You fire up a server farm, you run your simulations. Sure, there's a fidelity versus cost trade-off, but you can figure it out. Bring lots of money, you'll do lots of simulation. Maybe you can get those billions of miles of simulation. Well, how far does that get you? It gets you some of the way, but not all of the way. You're going to have to build highly detailed models, and there will be modeling errors. So now the simulator is safety critical software because if the simulator has a flaw, your answers will be wrong. What if your models are missing something? What if your models are missing people wearing yellow? This is a problem that we've seen in perception systems. They struggled with people dressed in yellow. If you don't know that's an issue and you don't put yellow clothing on the simulated people in your model, you won't find out till you get to the real world that you're missing people dressed in yellow. There's also a challenge of matching real-world data to simulation models. There's a process called resimulation where you take the real-world data, you backfit it to the simulation models, and you see how they fit up. And it turns out that's really tricky to do well, although that's something that can be solved. But the biggest thing is it only tests the things you've thought of. If you haven't modeled kangaroos in your simulated world, then you're in for a real treat when you find the first kangaroo in the real world, and that's a real story that happened to a company that their system just lost it when it saw the kangaroo. And sure, now that everyone's heard that story, they'll put kangaroos in. But it turns out there's a huge number of surprises that you probably won't even see during testing, so they won't be in your simulator. So no matter how much money you put into simulation, there'll still be some residual uncertainty, although simulation is better than brute force road testing for trying to reduce that.